Hey everybody, welcome to Thermal Dog Outfitters. I appreciate you being here and watching the channel. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you. I appreciate it as well. So on this video, I wanted to share something that for some people it's controversial. Some people have an issue with it. Some people don't. I don't know. But here's the deal. Let's say you're in a bad situation. Something happens. During the winter storms, we couldn't get water for some reason. We couldn't get toilet paper, which I never figured that one out. But we couldn't get water. So, the National Guard here was driving around Texas and bringing water to different people. But let's just say that for some reason you can't get water. Hopefully all of you are storing. I recommend that you store water, and have a way to be able to filter it. As in the last video, that I made a filter system to be able to do that. I've been doing some homework on some different systems, like the zero water filter, which, by the way, I've discovered this one. I really enjoy it. It's a really good filter system. I've tried a different, and this ended up being some of those other ones, other than the Berkey system that you can build yourself or buy. It's up to you to be able to filter water. But you've got to store water. But what happens if you don't have water? What happens if you need a backup and you run it because you ran out of water? How do you get water? Well, I've come to learn that, after looking at a lot of other people, they came up with some great ideas, and I love this idea. Now, what I mean by controversial, because can you do it or not? Can you pull water out of the air? Can you make it magically appear? Yes, you can. Now, it's not magic, okay? It's electronics and science and somebody putting things together. This right here is the Midea, the Cube, I believe, dehumidifier. Well, this dehumidifier, a dehumidifier takes the moisture out of the air. It simply just does that. Air conditioning units do that. I've talked to a few people, but you're not at the rate that this does it. So I'll give you an example. So I got the Cube, and I got several different ones and tested them. This ended up being the best one. But I got this, and I tested it. Notice I'll put another video up here, and real quick so you can look at it. All right, everybody, we're doing a test. Dehumidifier in the house. It is 25. The humidity is 25 degrees. We're at 77 right now in here. 10:30 at night. I've actually started this at 10 o'clock. This is it's at 31. Is the humidity level in here. I'm thinking it's this. I don't know, maybe this. I don't know. But we're running it 10:30. We're gonna let it run for a while. We're gonna see when I wake up in the morning how much water this thing actually makes. We'll see. But I tested it. I did at 25 degrees humidity. And it was in my house. I was running this, and I was able to fill a mason jar in 12 hours. That means it takes 24 hours to do half a gallon. Now, at 80% humidity, because it was raining outside. Oh, by the way, you should be using rain barrels. But let's say you're in a location where you just can't get water, but you have high humidity as well. At 80% humidity, I was able to fill this thing. I was able to fill this 5 gallons in 12 hours. Look how much water in that thing is. That is awesome. Let's see how much we got. We're going to put this in this 5-gallon container. See what we got. So I could have got 10 gallons in a 24-hour period. That's a lot of water. Okay. So, and even if it's in a 24-hour period, if it's half a gallon, water is water. So it just depends on the percentage of humidity, how much water you're going to get. But I wanted to show you that difference. 25% humidity, 80% humidity in 12 hours, okay? So this is a viable solution. So I was able to get that in the video. You can see it in the machine running, and you can see how the tub getting filled up with water. So what I did now is I actually went ahead and ran it through the filters to see how does it taste. That's a concern. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? And by the way, I had several different waters here that I wanted to taste test and to see if there was a big difference. Everybody knows that the water bottles that you buy, whether it be Ozarka, Smart Water, Core, you name it, it's made somewhere and it's filled somehow and it has so many minerals that they introduce into it. They each have their own little different taste. It's funny to say that different water tastes, but if you drink a lot of water, I'm not a water connoisseur, but you know what I mean. There is different tastes. So, but I will tell you is the water in my house, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I have to filter that water. Okay. So I like the zero water filters. Okay. They're a cheap, cost effective, one of the best filters that are out there, short of the Berkey, in my opinion. Okay. Berkey, you can filter 6,000 gallons. This one you can filter 40 gallons. So it's a different animal. $400 some odd, $20. So different things. So I went ahead and filtered it here and filtered it here, and let's see how it tastes. Tastes like water. No bad taste. Tastes good. So this is water out of the air. Water out of the air. So in a bad situation, in a SHTF situation, whatever you want to call it, you can get water. You can survive if you need to. So this is an option. I'm not telling you to use this option. It's an option that you make a decision to use. If I have to drink water, I'll do it. If you take the water out, filter it, boil it, so that you're comfortable with it, that's fine. But it's water. Now you have water where you didn't have water before. So very important, a good option in an emergency. Okay. So if you didn't store water, I would recommend having one of these as a backup so that you can pull water. If you want to learn how to power it, let's say your grid goes down, you have no water, I have ways to do that too. So, because this is a 600 watt unit, and so you're going to have to be able to power it, obviously. So there's ways I can show you how to do that. But so keep watching videos and you'll see that. But for now, this is an option. I wanted to share this with you. I think it's really important to have as many options as you can, backup plans. First, have your bottled water if you have it. Have gallons of water stored. Have big containers of water if you can. Some of you live in apartments, you can't have that. Some of you guys live in residential areas that won't allow you to do rain catchment systems. So make sure that you're storing enough water and a way to filter it, and as a backup, a way to create water if you need to. This is a great option. That's it. That's about as simple. This is about as long as the video that's going to be. I just wanted to show you that there is a way to pull water out of the air. It's crazy. People think it's no way. 5 gallons in 12 hours at 80% humidity. A mason jar, 32 ounce at 25% humidity. So you can kind of figure out where your humidity is at to kind of get an idea how much water you're gonna get out of it. So that's why I wanted to make sure I gave you a range. 25% humidity in 12 hours, and 5 gallons at 80% in 12 hours. So hopefully that helps. And you know what? Try it out. See if it works for you. It could save your life. See ya.